We're now at the kind of preview of the rest of the course or semester or session or whatever we're calling it. The rest of all of these videos coming ahead for us in 20 minutes. I never actually hit 20 minutes. We'll see how long this ends up being. It's a run through of everything in this introduction to GIS world that we are all in here together, focusing on the big topics, the sequences of things. In our case, sequence is the most important part. What comes first? What comes second? It should feel like a lot. It is a lot. It's the whole course in however long it takes me to get through this next set of slides and components. But that's okay. It's important to see the whole road, the whole through path ahead before we jump into it. And we're going to jump into it piece by piece, lab by lab, video by video. But here's what's coming. Starts off with module 1, overview of the course, overview of GIS. Done a little bit of that, we'll do a little bit more. The first lab is all about technical foundations. It's fun, it's silly. We've got to learn all of this GIS stuff. At some point, might as well have a little fun with it. Next, we're talking about maps and mapping and you being a mapper and being a map making person. Everyone maps everything all the time, always. Sometimes they don't look as good as this solar radiation for buildings in central Wellington map, but that's okay. We're all mappers. We all do mapping work with our brains, with our writing, maybe with our use of apps, with our use of data. All these things are mapping work that we do. So we'll jump into that. After that, module 3, data. You might think, oh, it's a little late for data. Understanding data types and formats and what. And actually, it's a great time because after you've done a few labs, so 1, 2, and now we're on to lab 3, it actually starts to get, you have enough experience, I should say. You start to build up that experience to be able to then dig into stuff and learn a little bit more about what's going on. This is an old screenshot. Arc doesn't look like this anymore, but it used to. That's another thing that we'll talk about throughout these videos. And if you search for help on the broader internet, there's a lot of videos of old Arc or the old way that GIS looked, anything like that. It's just as valuable to understand how it worked, how GIS worked in those formats, because a lot of the practice is still the same. So never run away from an old screenshot. It's an old screenshot. We like it. Module 4 moves into GIS data structures, especially vector data. There's vector world versus raster world. We'll talk about them both. Different data models give you different capacities. Different data models let you understand and see and view the world differently. Different data models let you work differently. We'll talk about how those data models work and why they exist. Module 5 is all about creating your own data and making your own work and making your own information. Things like understanding your location. There's some GPS location, measuring our location and all of the different ways that we represent that. We'll start to understand what is going on when we talk about the size of the Earth. What is going on when we talk about the size of the Earth and things like that. That was one of our lovely GIS cat-based assistants interrupting our recording, but that's okay. Who knows what kind of wonders might be happening as we're doing GIS. After that, after lab 5 is our practical, our midterm, mid-session, whatever we want to call it. We'll cover our first 4 labs of the semester. And for those of you following along enrolled in the course, basically a big checkpoint. You have to do the practical after you do the first 4 labs, and you've got to do it before you can move on to the other labs. So it's a really good checkpoint. 4 labs, practical, 4 more labs. Hey, it's almost like things are organized. There's some cats. They're not the one who caused that trouble earlier, but they're still cute. After that, we move into module 7, talk about projections. Oh no, there's your brain on geography. Any questions? Map projections are often referred to as the hardest part of the class. I generally agree. We will talk about why the Earth's shape complicates everything we do in GIS. We'll carry on with that. Modules 8 and 9, ways of thinking with GIS data, another data type, raster data. So we'll talk about things like the geographic inquiry process, how we actually think and work with GIS data, and how we think and work with raster data different than vector data. The vector data first, then raster, both of them together because we like them both. 10 and 11 moves us into data modeling and statistics. Ooh, look at those models of data. How can we do site selection? How can we do stuff like trying to understand risk using our different data models? Well, we can do it with GIS. There will be math. There will be math. Don't worry about it. There'll be not only math, but spatial math. How about that? Last modules 12 and 13, really about more ways of thinking, computational thinking, spatial thinking, GIS futures, where GIS is going, and how we're going to get there. That's the semester, or the modules, or the session, whatever we're calling it. We'll figure out the right word for it. That's how it's going to go. And you're more than welcome along this ride to ask questions, write comments on the video, look through the playlists. If you're enrolled in the course, you get plenty of emails and structure from me. Got our wonderful Moodle page. So enjoy. Oh, I forgot about the topology. There's topology. This, how shapes work. So like, when we're working with spatial data, sometimes our shapes aren't closed, or our shapes don't have the right type of format or structure. You know what? We'll get there. We'll get there. It'll be fine.